So here you have different years and store ID. So different stores have different revenue and different cities and different state, and there are some store label. And here you want to calculate, for example, you want to calculate the based on certain segment. For example, you have this is your list. Actually, this is your list. So from this list you want to calculate, for example, in which city, based on my store ID, in which city I'm selling this revenue or something like that. So I need to find out, based on my store ID, I need to find out the cities. And also based on my store ID, I need to find out the state. Based on my store ID, I need to find store level. So if you look at here, my I need to find out based on my store ID, but store ID is not in the top left column. So VLOOKUP is often doing this in VLOOKUP is often difficult. You could select the array, all these things, and you have to keep it on the left. But using index and match function, we can clearly do it with less effort. So if we want to do that, you can see that from city, I have to select based on store ID. So I'll select index. My array will be this one, store level, my array. And this is, I should fix it because I'll copy that down, then comma. I need to give a row number. So if you see that row number is store ID. So I need to give store ID like 1. This is 1. And since I copy this down, I'll keep it on relative. So to do that, for example, I need to use match function first, sorry. So I need to use match function, store ID 1, that is my lookup value. My lookup array will be from this store level, from this store ID, and this whole one. Again, I'll fix it, comma, and I'll select exact match. So this will show me the store ID, and this is in the column, in the row number 2. Then what I need to know, I'm selecting city. So I'm selecting city, and city is in 4th column. So I need to find it out as well. So I'll type another function match. This time I'll select this city. Since I'll copy it down, so I need to fix it. So column, the row number cannot change. But since I'll copy this also towards right, so I can select F4, D1, D. If you see that there is a $sign before D and there's a $sign before 1, but I need $sign before 1 because row number cannot change, but $sign, but there should not be any $sign before D. So D is relative. So if I move it right, so it will change. My lookup array will from store level to this one, an exact match, bracket close, and another bracket close for index. So you will see that this is Acapulco is my city. And what I will do, I would like to copy this formula to here as well, and I would like to copy this formula down as well. So if I come here and just double click, if you see that this is not happening. Why this is not happening? The reason is I did not make it fixed properly. So what I need to do, the store ID, this one is fine. The store ID is my VLOOKUP function is fine. So I need to see that. So here my D1 is fine. H2 to M2, that I should have selected as, for example, this H1 to M1. There should be a $sign here. So I need to click F4. Always we have to careful if we do it correctly. And then if we copy it down, and then we copy it down, you can see now it's happening. So for example, in 2018, I have the store ID 10 and it reflects Orizaba. Store ID 9 is Mexico City. So let me see whether it works as well or not. It's not. Why? The reason is, again, it is C2. It cannot be here. For example, for that, what I need to do, this lookup function B2. So there it its column cannot change. Its column cannot change, but its row has to change. So again, I select F4 twice. So its column B, which means its column will change. If I select F4 again, so there is a dollar sign before B, which means column is fixed. But there is no dollar sign before 2, which means the row will change. And if I do this again, so now you will see that the state is working, and you will see that the store level is also working. And if I do this for all these things, so you can see that everything is working on. So by index match function, it can be done more easily compared to VLOOKUP function. But remember, we could do it using VLOOKUP, and we could do it using XLOOKUP as well. I'll show the XLOOKUP later on today. But first you need to know how we can calculate based on VLOOKUP, how we can see based on index and match, based on VLOOKUP and match.